Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Nah, do I see this game happening, like, anytime soon? Nah, not really. Plus, with all the flaws Infinite had, yeah, it's kind of unlikely. But once again, it kind of is likely because Spider-Man 2 and Street Fighter 6 did do well this year, so another Marvel vs. Capcom game is kind of not out of the realm of possibilities. But once again, you got to deal with Disney shenanigans, so yeah, it's probably not happening. And plus, when I put out a poll the other day, this was the most popular answer, so you will receive it. But anyways, in today's video, we're going to be going over a concept of what Marvel vs. Capcom 4, at least what I think is going to look like. Basically, the gameplay, the roster, the story mode, all of that. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, roll the intro. Now let's start off with the gameplay and the graphics. Now since most people love 3v3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you might as well just bring that back. But I'll have 2v2 as an option. And the character looks in Infinite was just bad. They look like something off of WWE All-Stars. Y'all remember that game? So yeah, I might also bring back comic book shading from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and import it into 4. And also the Infinity Stone system from Infinite can come back as well. Now that we're done with game modes, let's actually get into the roster, the part that y'all actually care about. And I'm gonna be honest, bruh, I didn't even bother to count how many characters I have on the roster. I was just putting people down. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. But anyways, here is the roster for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And as you can see right off the bat, the X-Men are back, and Dr. Doom and the Fantastic Four, which is really just one member of the Fantastic Four, but whatever, they're back. Obviously, we got characters we haven't seen since Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like Phoenix, right, Akuma, all of them. And then you got the new characters. But since I feel like being lazy, I'm not gonna name them. No, I'm playing, I'm gonna name them. And as you can see, the newcomers on the Marvel side, you got Shang-Chi, Ant-Man, Scarlet Witch, Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales, Daredevil, Nightcrawler, Star-Lord, Mr. Fantastic, Squirrel Girl, Green Goblin, Loki, and Gwenpool. Now, Gwenpool and Miles Morales can also be an alt skin to Deadpool and Spider-Man, but I feel like they're unique to be their own character, so I just gave them their own slot. Obviously, characters like Scarlet Witch and Daredevil got in because of popularity. Plus, I feel like this game just needs like 2 joke characters and 2 just random characters, so that's why I put Squirrel Girl and Gwenpool in here. I was thinking about putting Howard the Duck, but no. And Spider-Man needed more villain reps anyway besides Venom, so I just threw in Green Goblin. And also, can y'all believe that Gamora got into Marvel vs. Capcom before Star-Lord did? Nah, that's crazy, bro. And then we got the Capcom side. Obviously, I had to add 2 new Street Fighter reps, Luke and Jerry, because every time a new Marvel vs. Capcom game were to come out, and the new Street Fighter game came out around the same time, just know that Street Fighter character is getting in Marvel vs. Capcom. As you can see, Leon, Sora, all of them requested characters. Nina from Breath of Fire, who y'all probably don't know, which I don't know either. I just found her in fan requests. And then we have Edward Falcon, which is an interesting character because the series he comes from is called Power Stone. Sounds familiar? And since the Infinity Stone system is in Marvel vs. Capcom 4, hypothetically, he literally fit perfect into this game, just because he comes from a series with also magical and powerful gems. And also, his franchise is a fighting game, so yeah, you can easily import him into Marvel vs. Capcom. And then you have Batu from Rival Schools, which is another Capcom fighting game where they can just easily import into Marvel vs. Capcom without no issues. Alright, so now that we got the roster picks out of the way, let's get into the story mode, which I already know a lot of people before me had this idea, but I'm still in their idea, I'm not even gonna lie. So the idea I came up with was like Secret Wars, which if you don't read comics, let me explain what Secret Wars is. It's basically a storyline where multiple Marvel characters are teleported on this world called Battle World, and they just fight. And also, this is the same comic where the Black Suit Spider-Man debuted, so maybe you can do that in the story mode a little bit, play around with that a little bit in the story mode. But there are multiple adaptations of the storyline, so there are multiple villains or antagonists of the storyline, like Dr. Doom, the Beyonder. I think Kang was one, I could be wrong, but yeah. But any of those villains will be a great main villain for this game. But the villain I chose was Beyonder, which once again, if you're not aware of this dude, he's basically one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, as he literally has powers surpassing cosmic entities, bruh. Like, you can't tell me this dude won't be a perfect villain for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Alright, now that we got the storyline out of the way, let's get into the DLC I chose. As there'll be 3 packs of DLC, and both Marvel and Capcom get 3 characters each. So, we won't get a repeat of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And the 2 characters on each side's gotta be newcomers, and one gotta be a returning veteran. So with all that out of the way, let's get into DLC Pack 1, which I chose Blade, Moon Knight, and the returning character Iron Fist. While on the Capcom side, I chose Leo, Akira, and for the returning Capcom character, Triss. For the second DLC pack, which is kind of like a villain's theme, I went with Kraven, Goro the God Butcher, and for the returning Marvel character, Taskmaster. And for the Capcom side, I went with Lady D. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name, so I'm just going to put it on screen. And for the returning Capcom character, which I know he wasn't playable, but Dr. Wheeler. Gotta butcher his name. But anyways, on to the last DLC pack. Which for the final 3 Marvel characters, I chose Howard the Duck, Magic, and for the returning character, Cable. And for the Capcom side, I went with Rashid, Regina, and for the returning character, Ruby Rose. Not that one, this one. But yeah, that's all I have for this Marvel vs. Capcom concept roster. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.